You're back in business with me, Tanvi Shukla. Now let's get to our next story. Karvi's latest India Wealth Report suggests that investors this year have largely stayed away from investing in equity. Fixed deposit accounts for the highest financial wealth held individually. Joining me now to discuss this more is Sunil Mishra, CEO at Karvi Private Wealth. Sunil, good morning. What are the trends that you've observed as far as your wealth study is concerned?
So first of all, this is the first time that we, and I think anyone, has taken a comprehensive view of wealth across asset classes. We used to do it for financial assets. Now this time we have included gold and real estate also to give a total view of the wealth with Indian individuals. And that number is a whopping 202 trillion or 202 lakh crore, of which we say that 110 trillion is with financial assets and remaining 92 trillion is with real estate and gold. 60 being with gold and 32 being with real estate. So that's the overall picture of wealth with Indian individuals. The financial assets have grown by about 7% over last year, and no points for guessing that equity has not moved as fast as others. In fact, there has been some movement out of equity into debt and into real estate. Debt themselves has increased only by about 8 to 9%, which was expected from the returns on debt itself. Hence, it shows that some money has moved out of debt to real estate and gold also. So these are the overall sort of primary trends within the Indian wealth situation.
The trend, like you also mentioned, has been a shift from equity to debt. Then why do you see allocation towards equities gaining going forward?
Sure. So first of all, this has to be explained with the overall context in mind, and we are seeing the context improving quite a bit this time, primarily because all the uncertainties in the global market have been taken care of, be it the certainty for tapering of quantitative easing, which at least has been decided one way or the other, be it the tensions in the Middle East and West Asia, which have subsided for some time. China has not had a hard landing, and Europe has not fallen off the cliff. So all the uncertainties of the global side have been taken care of. On the domestic side, the only event which we all are waiting for is the Lok Sabha election. So the summary is that we are seeing a better sort of environment for equity markets to take off now. Our in-house report and the numbers that we have used in the wealth report suggest that we are seeing a 10% growth in equities in FY14, and FY15, the whole of FY15 will be the key sort of year when equities will see some sort of a post-election movement like we had seen in 2009, though not to that extent, but we are actually put in a number of 25% in 2015 and followed by 15% per annum for the next 3 years, 16, 17, 18. Because everything would have played out, and we have to return back to the great India story.
Sunil, I'm going to grill you further on that. Why do you think individuals will shift to equity if the best case scenarios for Nifty target are about 7,000? Why will one not be attracted towards bonds?
See, it will be it's always an avalanche effect. So the first bunch of guys going in pull in more guys coming into that. So, and we are sort of predicating ourselves on the post-election scenario. A, B, sort of with all the uncertainties of the world having subsided. So this is a bit different from what we were 6 months back, and much different from what we were 12 months back. So I would know what other analysts are predicating their outcomes on, but there is a clear case for sort of a rapid increase in the equity markets. And of course, again, it won't be across sort of sectors. Some sectors will benefit more at the cost of others. But overall, we are seeing a much, I think FY15 is going to be one of the sort of clearest growth years from April 14 to May 15, which will include almost the entire post-election year, which we have seen for the last 3-4 years. And we are also having it's not just an equities market. The economic reforms which the finance minister and prime minister have taken in the last 6 to 9 months, which is decongestion of the power project, etc., those will actually take time to bear fruit, and this will happen only in FY15. Is it? So there are many things which are going to come together, and that is the sort of thesis that we are putting, which will sort of drive the equity markets.
That was Sunil Mishra with his perspective on the wealth report that Kavi just came out with recently. Sunil Mishra, thank you so much for joining us. And speaking of the rich people, on the rich list today, we tell you how the biggest gainers in terms of Indian billionaires have performed in 2013 and how much have they really gained this year.